All right, guys, Parker with REI Funding Partners here. We are here at my own investment house, and you're probably wondering the title of the video, did I buy a bad deal? Most of the answer is yes, I did, for what I was trying to do in the short term, which is the BRRRR method. But through my exit strategy, which is the hold for 18 years, it's gonna be just fine. Gonna hurt in the medium and short term, not gonna lie. We want to bring you honest and open content. I've talked to most of you. I do investment real estate myself. I make mistakes, and honestly, one of my mistakes is this house for the short term, and I'm gonna walk you through what happened. And for those of you that know me, I have 3 kids. I just had a little girl, my 3rd child, Laurel. I have done the BRRRR method for each of my children. That is me and my wife's investment strategy for their purpose fund. Instead of doing kind of a traditional investment strategy in the stock market with a 529 plan, or just traditional 8% compounding for 18 years, I chose, through my knowledge in real estate, to buy a house, do the BRRRR method, pull my money out, and then put it on a 17-year payoff. By the time they're 18, it's a free and clear house, and they'll have that to either go to college with, start a business, refinance, go do something, whatever they want to do, it's their investment strategy. So if you want to learn more about that, I'm happy to talk with you. But to share insight with this video, I want to be open and honest and talk about the numbers. I messed up. And one of those mess ups was emotionally. So we are sitting in here in a neighborhood called Heritage Hills. I personally live in this neighborhood, and then my other 2 children's houses are in this neighborhood. So when this house came to me, I got emotional because I thought I was going to be cool and have all 3 kids' houses in the same neighborhood. And so I got emotionally involved in this deal. Many of you know investment real estate, emotion, you put emotions in stuff, it can go bad. And so that was one. I found this deal through a family friend of mine. They had it as a rental for 15 or so years, and they wanted to sell it. And so it was in a little bit of distress, but it was honestly, in my opinion at the time, a minor lipstick job. I went in here and I said, I need to do floors, I need to update two bathrooms, and I need to paint and kind of fix some odds and ends. And so the second problem I did was underestimate the rehab budget. And a lot of that goes back to me being emotional about the house. And honestly, I've been investing in real estate for like 8 years. And so a part of that was going, okay, I know this. To be open and honest, I was like, I know this. I'm going to walk through here. It's going to be $5,000 to $7,000 for this bathroom. So both bathrooms, we're looking at 10. I need to paint. That's 5. I need to do some flooring. That's another 5. We could get in and out of this for $20,000. No, that's not it. So where I went wrong is I haven't been personally flipping a house for about 18 months. So I have not been up to date with actual contract prices, rehab cost. And so that's where I first ran into problems. I knew the ARV here all day long. It's an ARV of 350 plus here in this neighborhood in Tuscaloosa, 3-bed, 2-bath. My purchase price was $280. So I go, okay, if I can purchase for $280 and I can rehab for $20,000, I'm a borrower of REI too. So holding cost. My whole goal with this one was going, okay, if I can be all in at like 5 to 10% of the total value, I'm okay with that because I'm going to hold it. What has ended up happening is I'm about double my rehab budget because I've been out of the game for just a little bit. Most bathroom updates are now $11,000 to $15,000. So that's 2 of them. So you're already at $30,000 there. Painting has gone up. Labor has gone up. I needed to fix the subfloors in this property, which I didn't account for. Again, I was speeding through this thing. I didn't follow the processes that REI funding makes you. I thought I was better than that. Just to be open and honest, I said, I've done this. I live in this neighborhood. I've got this. Let me just roll with it. No, I'm double the rehab, didn't follow processes, didn't reach out to the people that I know and trust to hold me accountable. And so I'm all into this deal for probably 20 to 25%. I would have been just better off going to put a conventional 20 to 25% down on a rental property and not go through the hassle of managing contractors and going through this whole thing. However, the bright side of real estate is if you hold it long enough and you're in a good area, you're going to be just fine. So this house here, and I'm happy to show you my research. I've put together a PowerPoint presentation on what it looks like to burr a house for a kid and hold it long term. And compared to a traditional investment for a child, it's triple the profitability of a traditional investment. So I'm going to hold this property for Laurel for 17 years. It's most likely going to be worth around $500,000 when she's 18. Through those 17 years, I've paid down all the debt, and it'll be a free and clear house in 17 years. And so let me walk you through the house here. And again, I should have done better, but let's look at it. Again, this is the 3-2. What's been good about this house is the roof is already 1 year old and the HVAC is 4 years old. So a lot of the CapEx items I'm not going to have to do anything with for a very long time. And so in order to get the maximum value on my appraisal, I needed to, it had carpet in here. And again, we're about 10 days out from finishing. I bought this house a little over a month ago. I've already started the refinance process. If I could offer a piece of advice for doing this for a couple times is start your refinance process a couple weeks before you're finishing the actual rehab, so that it takes these traditional banks forever to get paperwork, to order the appraisal. So just go ahead and pre-plan for that. So we are painting the entire interior here. You can see all the new subfloor right there that the LVP is going to go on top of. If you make your way into here, we have a great living space. I've actually never seen 3 ceiling fans in a house before in the living room, so that's pretty odd. That's a new one for me. But the kitchen is in great shape, which we'll get to in a minute. But again, it's from a grand scope of things. This was not a large rehab. I just underestimated the cost for the rehab, and that's where I really ran into issues. Again, yeah, I would have been better off going to purchase a house, but again, now I have 3 houses for my kids in the same neighborhood. I manage all of them. I know the area. It's going to cash flow rent, and I will bite the bullet for a couple of years, and I'll just have to go make that extra $20,000 to $30,000 up. And so that put me behind for a little bit. That's the short-term pain here. That was an opportunity cost. I can compensate for it, but that's not a true BRRRR method. But again, with my exit strategy of holding for 18 years, I'm going to be just fine. But hey, follow the processes. Let REI Funding Partners make sure that you're accountable. And again, if you come in here, that was one of the biggest things for me was the bathroom cost. Again, this is a regular 8x10 bathroom. This is a 70s ranch style house. So just keep in mind, it's not 5 to 7 to gut and update a bathroom. This is not super fancy. We have tile, we have tub. It's going to be nice and clean and updated. But again, if you're budgeting for a bathroom, you better budget $11,000 to $15,000. I was budgeting 5 to 7. So we're getting close here. So we're working on paint. And so once paint is done, the floors will come in. So we're very close. It may not look like it, but we are very, very close. So again, this is a 3-bed, 2-bath, just under 2,000 square feet. Again, this is the bathroom and the master. We have totally gutted it. It looks great. Lorenzo and his team have been doing an awesome job, and they have been knocking it out. And so excited to show you guys what this looks like. And we'll walk through the rest of the house real quick. But again, word of advice, check your rehab budget. Get someone else to check it. We have great processes here at REI Funding Partners. Again, I made the emotional mistake of thinking I was smarter than I was and not following the process. And so make sure that you have someone looking over your shoulder. That's what we do great here at REI Funding Partners. Tanner on the team, he's our operations manager. He'll review it for you. We want to make sure you're getting into a good deal. So you'll come with me here. What was great about this house is the kitchen was already updated, you know, kind of a late 2000s feel, but I didn't have to do anything in here. We have a kitchen island here. We have granite. We have stainless steel appliances, solid oak cabinets. And so thank goodness this was not out of shape, because I would have been way over budget. But I didn't do anything in here. Again, we're looking at paint, flooring, updating 2 bathrooms, some odds and ends like outlets and switch plates. It's a huge pet peeve of mine. If I could, again, recommend something, it's very small. Make sure the outlets and the plate covers match. There's nothing worse than something mismatching. There's a great backyard here. So as we're coming out here, this is going to rent very fast. If I could do another recommendation for a BRRRR property, especially if you're going to use it as a child investment, and I'll show you this on my PowerPoint presentation. So reach out to me, Parker at REI Funding Partners, if you want me to send that to you. The biggest equation for if you're going to BRRRR property for your children, make sure it's an A-class property. You really need that appreciation for your kids. If you go and BRRRR $100,000 or $150,000 house for your children, the compounding appreciation over time, you're looking maybe at like $200,000, you know, value after 15 years. So make sure it's in a good neighborhood, a solid house that appreciates, a good school system. I'm going to be able to rent this out for $2,500 to $2,600 very quickly. This is in one of the best public school zones in Tuscaloosa. We have a great backyard. It's fenced in, beautiful natural lights, great porch for entertaining. And so, yeah, so wanted to make this, hey, I'm in it with you. I make mistakes all the time. Again, if you're going to go into a property, don't get emotional about it. Make sure that your rehab costs are very accurate. Don't shortchange yourself like I did to make a deal work. If I could do this over again, I would have ran my scope of work by my colleagues. They would have said, nah, I don't know, man. And then they would have told me the truth of going, hey, Parker, this instead of a $20,000 rehab budget, it's more closer to 50. Then I would have went back and negotiated with the seller and go, hey, I was wrong. I'm not looking at this. And I could have got the purchase price down, and then it would have been a true BRRRR, and I would have been in a lot better position. But again, it's not the end of the world. My exit strategy is hold, and it'll be worth it. But thanks for coming along this journey. I will provide pictures once we're totally updated, but thanks so much, guys.